So let's start with how these tyres perform around town. This is a quick review, so I'm not going to get into a massive amount of detail. I got these tyres for the wet season and still has pretty good performance in the dry as well. Anyone want a coconut? Yeah, so around town they perform pretty well. Start, stop at traffic lights, lane splitting, hard braking, avoiding absolute morons that are on these roads. They do pretty well. I run these tyres at about 34, 35 psi, thereabouts. Directionally, pretty solid. You know, you've only got to counter steer a fraction, lean a fraction, and directionally they'll pretty much point your bike anywhere you want it to go. Even though the sidewalls are a little bit softer than some of the other sport tyres, which makes it really good for soaking up bumps and stuff like that, they're rigid enough to still be pretty solid going through some corners. But I'll get into that a little bit later when we're actually doing some corners. So if I was going to give it a rating out of 10 around town, I would have to say 8 out of 10. And as far as feedback and feel or sensitivity, yeah, they're a bit average. If it's going to let go, it usually gives you a little bit of a warning. The only time I've really had it let go was in the wet, and I was deliberately trying to get it to let go by hammering out of a few corners. The back wheel just slid right out. It had pretty good grip right up to the point where it let go, and then just broke away. Backing off and a bit of counter steering stopped it from going into a high side. I think because there is a little bit of flex on the edge, if it does let go, there's no getting it back. So you tend to be a little bit more cautious when it gets over on the edge. Braking hard, trail braking into a corner it's pretty good. It's never let go on me there. It's never gotten squirrely really. It drops nicely into a corner. Pretty consistent, holds a consistent line. And comes out of the corner really nicely as well. As you power on, it just starts to stand up automatically. As in performance from new to nearly worn out, I haven't really noticed any reduction in the performance of the tyre. You know, you find a lot of tyres, the first 50% of wear is the tyre performs really well, lives up to your expectations, it's good in the wet, it's good in the dry, and then the last 50% of the tyre, the performance just seems to really drop away pretty fast. I've found these to be pretty consistent right from the day I put them on right through to now, which is nearly 7,000 Ks. All right, let's talk about these tyres. Here we are, this is the rear tyre. You can actually see the wear marker. It's, we're almost on the wear marker now. Not particularly chuffed about the wear factor for the tyre. You can see there's still that 2mm chicken strip. I just not happy about going right over on the edge on these things. The front tyre's probably got about 50% wear left in it at least, probably 60 or 70% really. So pretty happy with the wear on the front. It's wearing very well. I'd say you might get 2 back tyres out of 1 front tyre. General purpose, taking it easy kind of riding during the wet season on damp roads, wet roads, shitty conditions, and they've done exactly what I bought them for. So no reason why I wouldn't get them again. Your choice. I think they're probably value for money and fairly reliable, fairly predictable. So not a bad tyre in all. All right, let's go and do some more corners.